Okay, so we are recording, I think. And all right, so want to make sure I have the right document up before. Okay. All right, so as you guys can see, here's the overall document for the learning summary video essay that's going to be due at 11:59 p.m. on April 26th. So just quick overview: working on your own, create a 2 to 4 minute video essay, plus or minus 15 seconds, cinema format, that presents a summary of what you have learned in this course. Do not review the course content, summarize what you have learned, focus on your learning. No, this is the wrong document, unless you guys want to go over this as well.
Yeah, could we go over that as well, please?
Sure. We'll go over briefly for the video summary essay, then I'll bring up the other document for the one that's due, I believe, on Friday or Monday. I don't know when it's due. Continuing on with that, speak slowly and clearly, and be certain that your audio quality is good enough for people to hear you. Rubric: you will lose 1 point for each instance of failing to follow a written instruction hairline. So project details: base your commentary on what you learned in this course. So it's a pretty generic instruction but that being said, the course content that we did cover in class is a little bit broad in and of itself. So some of the things that you can go over, of course, one of the things that I would consider putting in your video summary would be the climate apocalypse. That is definitely something that was a big theme throughout the course this semester. I'd also bring up the idea of corporate media, media power, but also even just your interactions with media and your biases and how that relates with your viewpoint of the world. Does everybody have like a general good concept or grasp of that, or do you want me to kind of explain a little bit more?
No, I think that's good.
Okay, so the second part, upload your video documentary to YouTube. You must use YouTube for this project. Failure to use YouTube to host your video will result in the loss of 2 points. So in case for those of you who don't know how to use YouTube, if you have a Gmail account, you already have a YouTube account. So pretty much, if we have time at the end of the day, or at the end of this presentation there, I'll go over the actual steps, or maybe it'll be another video, but I'll see if I can create a video on how to upload something to YouTube for those of you who don't know. But we'll talk about that a little bit later. Submit your video documentary by submitting the video's YouTube link to the Brightspace assignments. I want to say that's pretty straightforward, but I will include that in the video that I may or may not make, depending on if people want that. Ensure your video is set to public. Once again, I'll see if I can incorporate that into the video, just so that way it's kind of on the same page. And number 5, technical issues, slow uploading time, internet service disruptions, lost data, broken computers, yada, 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 are not acceptable excuses. You have many weeks to complete this project, so do not leave editing and uploading the video to the last night. Projects submitted more than 24 hours after the deadline will count as late. Late submissions will lose 5 points per day late. So what I would recommend for everybody who's going to be doing their project, I know it says that it's due on the 26th. Aim to get it done on the 25th. Just so that way the actual video itself is done, and then you can figure out the uploading the following day. You have a good 24 hours to do that. Does that all seem pretty straightforward? Cool. Moving on. Do not use background music in your video essay. This is another thing that's very, very important. I understand the idea of wanting to use background music in your video essay. Me personally, I would use like Biggie Smalls background music, or I don't know, something like that to kind of, ambience to make my project a little bit stand out a little bit. But I think what he wants is just essentially like a little bit of a monologue, right? So the way that I'm speaking with you guys, try having the same kind of format when you guys are completing this part of the project. The narration voiceover, your verbal presentation analysis, must be of your own making. Failure to follow this content guideline will result in the loss of 2 points. So it's really important that we follow steps 1 through however many, I'm assuming it's 10, But it's important that we follow all the steps. If he finds out that, you're following some random rubric in terms of creating your content, obviously you're going to lose 2 points, and then that might be a thing for plagiarism. I wouldn't recommend it. As long as you follow this, you guys are golden. Do not shoot in vertical video. Use cinema format. Failure to follow this content guideline will result in a loss of 2 points. So for those of you who don't know what cinema format is, I'll just kind of break it down for you. A lot of people, when they're recording videos, they'll kind of hold up their phone like this. Essentially, if you're going to be recording, have your phone like this, so that way it's like a wider screen as opposed to one that's vertical. Generally speaking, this is my personal preference as well. It just looks better, but obviously it's in here, so make sure you follow that guideline. A 2-point penalty will apply to videos that are over 4 minutes or under 2 minutes in runtime by more than 15 seconds. So it said earlier up above, create a 2 to 4 minute video essay plus minus 15 seconds, cinema format. So obviously it's in the top part of the document, and it's number 10 in terms of points. So make sure you guys follow that as well. Just give me 2 seconds here, guys. Sorry about that, guys. I just had a quick little delivery, Amazon stuff, very, very important. So for the video essay and stuff, do you guys get the little gist of it so far, or no? Any comments, questions about that, or no?
I have a question.
Sure.
So, on the video essay, under question 1D, what is the context of your study? Is that the one I had? Yeah, no, that's the one I kind of did not understand what he meant by that. If you understand it.
Yeah, so the actual video essay, I'm going to be reviewing that after the video summary, because this is the video summary right now. There's another document as well. So this is due on April 26th. So this one is due on Monday. We have the video essay, which I believe is due the 23rd, but I'll have to double check. Okay. So I will be going that afterwards. So I just want to, any questions regarding the video essay, the summary essay though? Is there any questions about that or no? Okay, I'll be moving on then. So video privacy settings, oh, perfect, he's included a document. So obviously, I guess if you're going to be putting stuff here, you're going to go set your video to public. So you're in your document or your web browser, this is what's going to pop up. You're going to see public, unlisted, or private. Leave it as public, and then you guys are good to go. Tips for project success. I think you guys can read that on your own. I think we'll be fine. And then examples of cinema format. So you have all these different ratios. That being said, if you're going to be recording on your phone, as long as you're doing something like this as opposed to this, I think you should be fine. But if you need help with the ratios, we can go over that later, or you guys can just send me a message and I'll try and figure it out for you. Yes, so see, like I said, don't do like this. You want it to be like that. Pretty straightforward. So that's it for the video, the learning summary video essay. Any questions about that or no? Okay, so give me 1 second here.